my 1995 Mitsubishi Eclipse, and this is part of the old quarter panels that we cut off last week. So today we're gonna get this mocked up with a piece of cardboard. We're gonna cut in a new piece of steel to extend that quarter panel up. We get our wheel tucked in, and then we get our carbonetic fender installed. Okay, so we got some cardboard here. I'm gonna put it around the wheel wells. We have to do it in 2 pieces, but just to get a general shape of how we're gonna make the metal, just for the well itself. So just pressing the cardboard up, just on the back side so it indents it there and I can trace it out. We'll take that and put it in. Probably poster board would be a little bit easier for this. I don't have any here. Let's go like that. So what I'll do is I'll put the over fender on now, and then we can see where we need to mark this up to. And then we can cut a piece of metal and start going from there. So let's see where this comes to. We do the same method of pushing up again, indent it in. So it gives us a full coverage up inside, in like that, and then it will give you a full wheel well. So you don't have any rocks going through there. You'll have rocks coming out down in here, but it's the bottom of the bumper anyway. And then we have to fill this little spot right here with the old power antenna. So that there, okay, that's 9 inches out. Oh, 8.5.
Can you even see where the center of the cap is?
Yeah, I'm good.
I drilled into the gas tank, we're good.
You think that's gonna sit properly though?
No. I didn't even think about that, no chance. It goes the other way though, right? Oh no, it goes this way.
Yeah.
No, because of the contour, no chance. It's gonna be wobbly. You're gonna have to probably use some kind of sealant around the perimeter.
There's a gasket.
It's gotta be in front of the gas cap as much as possible, right? Like, is there flex on that line, the adapter?
Yeah, I'm gonna make it a hose.
Okay.
And then I'll feed it.
Then you don't have to be exact.
Yeah, so I think that's the spot right there.
Yeah, I think so too. Wherever's the flattest is all that matters right now.
We're just sending it, right?
Yeah, just drill it on the car so you go through the gas tank too.
Yep.
911, what is your emergency?
Welcome to Kickback.
I'm surprised you kicked that much on fiberglass.
Out of that to like 8 cuts. But it's there.
Oof.
Oh yeah, that's mine.
That's pretty good.
Wow, that's perfect. Oh god, this thing won't look.
Yep.
Shine a light. Just give me the light and pass the jaw.
Just gonna open it up now.
Alright, jumble time.
Okay, now that we've got everything tacked up for the over fenders, what I'm gonna do is move on to the rear bumper. So like I mentioned before, the lights were sitting a little bit kind of off. So I'm gonna put the bumper on, put the tail lights in. We do a little bit of trimming on the edge there, just where that lines up with the flares now. And then we're gonna see where these are actually gonna sit the lights, make sure the gap's gone in the bumper up in here. And then I may have to move these brackets up and down, so I'll show you this. So these sitting here, they may have to come up a little bit. I wanna get rid of that gap that was kind of sitting in between. And right now they're not even tacked in, so. I think these gotta come up just a smidge. walk you through quickly what we've got done and where we're sitting right now. So, over fenders are in place on this side. Got to heat up in here just to get rid of this gapping. The bumper is now on. The gap is gone that was here before. So we just welded it in. Bumper's not bolted in right now, it's just sitting there. Metal's in place for the over fenders. I do have to play with the gas filler neck, so it's cut on the over fender. When it goes in though, the spout of it is actually, it's sitting down in here. So probably have to drop this down or just modify that. I can do that after paint. I want to get these primed and seam sealed. And then the fenders are sitting on the car, the hood's on, and I have to fix all the gapping in here. I want to do that and get everything kind of bolted in. We have to do new riv nuts, get them in place, get this installed, get this properly spec'd, put the bumpers on, the headlights, get everything sitting where it needs to be. I've got some hood struts for here. I want to get any of the holes drilled in the metal that I can now before I start hitting primer, just so everything's protected from the elements. Granted, the car's never going to see it. So it'll be one last piece together of this vehicle. Then we're going to take it all off again, and then we're going to clean, prime. We got epoxy primer. Got some things too special behind us. So decided to go with VHT caliper paint instead of doing powder coating. Just trying to find someone local to do powder coating was just getting quoted like $1,200, $1,300 to do 4 calipers, which was insane. So I might look at getting set up myself later on. And then the roll cage, we're gonna do yellow as well. So it'll be a nice bright yellow. I've joined Team Brom, so we've got some seats coming from them. They've got some nice yellow stitching on them, black or yellow piping, black seats. And then we've got new center console, armrest coming, that's black with yellow piping. Got to pick a steering wheel and that. So once we get all this together, gonna get everything laid out for you guys. And then we're gonna really get into assembling everything and get this car ready for spring. So these are the kind of last steps before we get there, and then we can get really into the fun stuff. So let's get this together, and then we can wrap this video and start building on the next one. So a little bit of a mishap. The riv nut, when I went to tighten it up on the fender, pulled out. So that's now 2 of 3. So I think these all need to come out. I put them in 2 years ago or so, and then the heat of the welder and maybe me not knowing what I was doing back then, I still don't. It didn't help, make them as secure as it should be. So I'm gonna get all that apart. I'm gonna pull off the fenders, maybe do a little bit just heating of that, get that all cleaned up, and then take a couple weeks off just to get all this tidied up and back. And hopefully the next video that you guys see will be this ready to go. It'll be all ready for priming. It'll be just the next steps. We'll have all this stuff figured out. Got a lot of stuff behind the scenes I gotta get cleaned up too. There's a lot of stuff going on. So a lot of holidays coming up the next few weeks, birthdays and things. So we minimal timing on this, and it's freezing outside. So I think we're at like minus 10 in here right now. Well, minus 10 outside. Right now we're at like 52 degrees. I need to be 70 degrees in here for epoxy primer. So hopefully in a couple of weeks it's a little bit nicer out, and we can get this bay all primed up, ready to go, and get in the car together when all this stuff is all done. It's quick. We've done it so many times now. We've taken all apart. Just these little fitment things here and there, fixing some issues from before. That's what takes all the time. And we've got fenders to go on. We got manual power steering rack we have to convert over. Got to paint a couple things, brake calipers. We ordered air ride for the car, so got to get these out, get ready for the air ride system, figure out the rear trunk lid. If I'm going to end up shaving these, do fiberglass, I don't know. I want to shave this too. Problem is being so close to the rubber, I think that's going to burn when we shave it. This one wasn't so bad. Just get rid of some of this stuff, clean it all up. Got to paint the roll cage. A little bit of work left, but nothing challenging. I think that was really the challenging part. So guys, subscribe, like, follow along. You'll see the next video come up, and it'll be fun stuff. So enjoy your weekend.